I have another one today where I'm just going to talk into the camera because I can. And we're talking about affliction today. It's something for me that took a long time to understand is the purpose of tragedy or unfortunate things that happen in your life. And I start off by talking about a very famous book called The Birth of Tragedy by Friedrich Nietzsche, which I read many times and a long time ago, and in the last 5 years, haven't picked it up in a while, but it always stuck with me. The concept is, why is it that the Greeks and in early society and early Western society, as Nietzsche puts it, that we develop something like tragedy, which is people going to watch a play or a Dionysian tragedy or something like this voluntarily and enjoying it, right? And then today, or yesterday actually, I read there was a Bible reading from Romans 5:1-5, right, which talks about affliction, the negative things that happen in your life. And affliction, for those that haven't heard that word, for me it's a perfect word. It is hardship. Affliction is hardship. And essentially what is said in Romans, in this chapter of Romans, is that affliction creates endurance, and then endurance creates proven character, and then from proven character you have hope. Hope in what? Hope in God. And that's because not everything is perfect all the time to our human understanding of things. Things that seem horrible need to happen to some people to make them great. And greatness is another element here, is that necessarily, if you're going to be good or great at anything, you need affliction. You need things to happen to you that are not good. Because we've all seen these people in our lives. The people in our lives who receive affliction, they receive problems and they never bounce back from it, right? Affliction creates endurance. The negative things happen to you in your life, and then you have two choices. You can be beaten down by it, or you emerge from them much, much stronger and more successful. And this proven character leads to one thing, and I think is what's so incredible about this Bible verse, is that it leads to hope. And hope for me has always been this kind of like hippie thing that people say, I have hope, or I need to hope. For me, it was something that you hope in something that is non-existent, right? That's all that hope does, is give you a belief in something that is unlikely to happen, right? But hope is the force that counteracts these negative things that happen in your life. Hope is what makes you understand negative things as something necessary to push you to become the person who you are, okay? And so that's my basic rundown of this, is that when you have the birth of tragedy, someone like Friedrich Nietzsche talking about why we enjoy tragedy, or why we want to watch tragedy, it's not quite that we enjoy it, but it's that it's an essential part of the human life. The human life, the fall from grace, the imperfection of our moral life and of the things we do in our life, it leads, and it necessarily leads to affliction. But what I want to leave you with is that this affliction is going to make you who you are. And really, every single day, how you react to your affliction, the afflictions in your life, it determines a lot of who you end up becoming. And the person that chooses comfort over affliction will never be great, okay? That is huge. That was great. That's my little reflection. I hope you guys are good. Please comment anything you would like to know on these videos. I'll make a video if something inspires me. But yes, affliction, the birth of tragedy, and becoming great, all intertwined, all connected, and affliction leads to greatness. You need the pain, you need to suffer. That is what the human experience is built upon. But take what you can from that affliction and grow and go further.